Let's take you live to Rocklands Primary School. That's where Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube is addressing some of the staff at that institution following that devastating crash earlier this week. Let's listen in.
You care about them, you care about how their well-being, and I know that you feel this loss as educators as much as any family member would feel. And so why it is important for me to be here today is to say, Principal and your team and the SGB, I want to send my deepest condolences. Words are never enough in a situation like this because children who are this young and 11 of them losing their life the way that they did is not something that is easy to understand. But I want to also assure you that you have my full support. The team that I lead, the Department of Basic Education, is with you. You will not be alone in this during this time. We are with you, and we know that this is a difficult time. I also want to I will be making some time to visit some of the families, and I'm going to be expressing the very same message to them, that they are not alone. My job is to look after the almost 14 million learners in the system. All of them, every single one of them matters. They are not just a number to me. They are learners with the future that we look forward to. And so when we lose 11 of those people, it hurts a lot. And so I just want to come and assure you, I know that the next couple of weeks are going to be difficult to the teachers. I know how difficult it is that it's going to be for you. But I want to assure you that a lot of people are standing with you, including my team and myself. And so as you go through the process and the memorial service that's going to be happening next week, please know that you've made an indelible mark in the lives of those children. And while they are no longer with us, you have made a mark in their lives. And so I thank you for the work that you do. I thank you for the work that educators do for our children. You are the backbone of the education system. Without you, the system cannot work. And so I thank you, and when we receive a loss like this, we feel it just as much. When you have a loss, when you suffer a loss like this, I know that it is something that is deeply, deeply personal. And so I'm here to convey my condolences, but to also assure you that I'm with you and that we are not going to leave you alone in this very difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Minister. I'm going to ask the chair of the SGB to just give a vote of thanks so that we can conclude the program. Thank you.
Good morning, Minister. Good morning, Principal. Morning, teachers, SGB members. Minister, we really appreciate your time at this time like this. We really appreciate your support. It really means a lot to all of us here. And I'm really sure even the parents of the lost ones will really appreciate your time, like you promised that you will visit some of them. We really thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'm going to give an opportunity to any staff member who wishes to say something, if anyone wants to say something. Please, Deputy Principal.
Thank you very much, sir. I'd like to take this opportunity to greet our Minister, Director, all district officials, the school governing body, SMT, and all staff present. You are welcome. We meet at such a time like this where we all are devastated inside. We just have to muster up the courage to come here every morning. Even now it hurts so much. And like Minister said, there's no words that can even express the way we feel right now. But you know, during a time like this, we truly appreciate the support that we got from various sectors of government, including the minister. It's showing that we stand in unity in education. As much as we celebrate our successes in education, even now during this devastating time, all the government departments are pulling together to show their support. So we do have a functional government. We do have a government that cares, that is genuinely concerned for our people and the children. And that shows as a nation that irrespective of the challenges that we may go through, that we always stand together. And I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to the district, to both the national and provincial government for your support during this time. And I'd also like to express my gratitude to all the different stakeholders that have come through and offered their condolences. We still have a lot of work to do. We did have our counseling sessions with our children yesterday, and we had the unfortunate situation of breaking the news to the individual classes. And even now, the children are devastated at school. The curriculum itself has been impacted in a serious way. We even have a difficulty of going to class and trying to teach children under those circumstances. So we'd like to also thank the local churches for the prayers, the love and the support they've given us. And we thank God as well. Even when we look through the loss that we've endured, we thank God for saving those 7 children. We could have been talking about 18 learners that have passed on, but we thank God for the 7 lives that we saved. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Principal, for those words of encouragement. Colleagues, we are concluding the program. We also need to visit the school next door, where we are going to do the same. We hope and pray that you will continue to work together under the different, under the difficult circumstances that we are all facing as a sector. This is not a matter for you, it's a matter for the whole sector. Yesterday, when we were at the Portfolio Committee meeting, the Portfolio Committee chairperson said, let us start the meeting with a moment of silence. And so the 7th administration in basic education began on a very sad note like that. And today the minister is visiting the first school in her career as a minister of basic education on a sad note like this one. So this is just to say to you colleagues that this is difficult, we understand. Let's continue to pray. We will pray for you, but we also...
It's a calling.
Even if I wanted to stop, I had no choice. Then it was only God wanted.
We try to push it next to TV.
Yeah, it's coming. It's ready. Yeah. So far so good. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. She wants to learn. She wants to learn. Sharing sessions like this one. And thanks for taking the slide. What do you say? Our lesson is but we came to have
my section is, I don't know what it is.
you're not sure. So, how do you establish
But I want to do interview here quickly to here.
Yeah.
Have to learn all their names now.
As a new minister, and this is what you have to deal with. You've already relayed your condolences on the podium, but of course, I think at this critical stage, parents are asking what happened, and what seems to have been raised is the issue of scholar transportation. Is that something that your department will be looking into quite extensively? There are a lot of allegations that are flying around at the moment. Investigations are still underway.
Yeah. Look, firstly, I think it's very, very important to convey my sincere condolences to the families. This is a tragedy of massive, massive proportions. I came here to the school at Rocklands Primary because they've lost 10 of the 11 pupils who died yesterday, and the staff are devastated, and it was important for me to come and show my support. Of course, the issue of scholar transport is one that's incredibly important. Scholar transport, along with infrastructure, is something that is very close to my heart, because ultimately, when learners are going to school, they should not be in danger of being harmed on their way to school. Of course, it's unclear, the investigation is still ongoing about this matter, but scholar transport remains a big, big priority for us, because we don't want to lose learners. No one life is a life too many that has been lost. And so that is why I want to also go and send my condolences, and in where I come from, in my culture, it's important, makushoniwe, that unyovela. And so I want to be able to go and send my support and to say, even though I'm new in this role, that I want the educators here, I want the principal here, I want the parents of the school to know they are not alone, and that we're going to go through with them in this difficult period.
Everyone happy? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so those are live visuals coming out of Rocklands Primary School in Carletonville, and really a difficult situation for anyone, not least the teachers who the Minister of Basic Education, Siviwe Gwarube, has just spoken to. She says she knows that they're feeling this loss as educators, explaining there that in many instances, teachers do tend to form what becomes personal relationship with the pupils that they interact with, and that in some ways has magnified this loss. She says, I want to assure you that you have my full support. I'll also go on to visit the families of those who've lost their loved ones. The deputy principal of the school has also spoken, obviously saying they're devastated by what's taken place. He's gone on to mention that it's difficult to continue with teaching and learning under these circumstances. And as he said that, we were able to catch a glance of some of the teachers sitting in that hall, struggling to hold back their tears as they also take in these words of comfort from not only government at a national level, but also from their own leadership. The principal also going a step further, though, to mention the 7 pupils who survived that crash, by the way. In total, we now understand there were 18 from that school who are traveling in that scholar transport vehicle. 10 of them come from that institution where Siviwe Gwarube is at, along with her team. And we understand, of course, that they are the ones who passed away, but 7 have survived and are being treated for varying degrees of injuries in a number of hospitals. 2 schools, of course, were affected by this. So Siviwe Gwarube is heading over now to the next institution, not too far from where this particular school is. And of course, once she gets there and starts engaging with that team, who I imagine is equally devastated, we'll bring as much of that to you live as well throughout our time together. So it's an impossible situation. Anyone who's had to deal with loss will know there are no words really to offer this family or these families as they make sense of young lives snatched in such a horrific way in a time, of course, when they didn't expect it. Devastating story to be covering, but one nonetheless that we'll keep watching for you.